Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about someone who has made a true impact on my life, and that would be my dad. To quote the words of Billy Graham, a good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society. I could not agree more. I know that personally in my own family, my dad has been the rock that has kept us together. My dad's life was not always easy. When he was younger, his mother died and they had to move. Him and his dad did not have a great relationship, and his brothers didn't either. And to be quite honest, there was a lot of fighting, and it just was not a great atmosphere. But my dad didn't let that stop him. And he continued to go on to college, and then he went and fought in Desert Storm in the war. That's where, around the time my dad met my mom when he was in college, and they were married when he was at Desert Storm. It's funny because we always say that my oldest brother looks exactly like my dad did when he was in Desert Storm. After that, my dad went on to my parents ended up having multiple kids. There's 6 of us in total, 4 boys, and then me and my younger sister. The things that he went through with his family or when the war truly prepared him for being the most amazing father he could be to our family. Our family has had a lot of struggles. Like I said, I have 4 older brothers, and there has been quite a few mistakes made and problems that we've had. My second oldest brother had dealt with a lot of drugs and alcohol, and that was an extremely hard thing for our family to go through. But my dad never judged, never tore down, never showed any less love or affection for Luke, which is my brother's name. He did everything he could to help him get off that path, to pay so that he could go to rehab, to help him make a plan and take the steps so that he could come out of that so that he could still have success in his life. My dad would constantly be praying for him and talking to him and just loving on him so that he knew that he had that support system. After that, my brother Jacob, who's my oldest brother, went through a pretty terrible divorce, which was extremely hard. But again, my dad never took out judgment, never showed any kind of hate or anything. All he wanted to do was just support, love, and help Jacob get out of that. It was a very hard situation, and even my dad showed love to the opposite party because they showed a lot of hate for our family and tried to tear us down. But my dad, even through that, showed love to them and tried to make things right. And honestly, I truly, truly can say that my dad has been the biggest role model that I could have had in my life. I have seen him over and over and over again show love and show compassion for people who honestly sometimes don't deserve it. He would drop anything to help anyone at any time. He could be doing something super important that he needed to get done, but if a neighbor calls and says that they need help with anything, building something, fixing something, my dad drops whatever he's doing so that he can go over there and so that he can help them. He has done this from as long as I can remember. I've never seen a time where my dad hasn't just served and given of himself so that he could help others. That is another thing, like I said, I've seen in my dad. He is all about serving and loving and helping others. And I know everyone can say that. Like everyone can say, oh, my dad has always been this amazing. He always helps and serves people. But time and time and time after time, he has sacrificed everything just so that somebody else could have a better shot or so that he could help someone get out of a struggle that they've been going through. With me, I went through a really hard time of depression. I really suffered with feeling sad all the time and just, not really understanding why I was here, really. And my dad constantly would sit me down and he would talk to me and tell me how much I was loved and how much that he was there for me. And whenever I needed to talk, he would be there for me, and that he would constantly be praying for me. And honestly, I don't think I would have been able to make it out of that situation if it wasn't for the fact that I had my dad. I can truly say that my family would not be as strong or as together as we were if it was not for my dad. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.